Did you know that a very famous quote from comedian Robin Williams appears on this album? Stick around. Hey everybody, it's John with Vynyly here, and we are doing a 5 on Friday, and today we're talking about this album, Highway to Hell, by AC/DC. I mean, look at that. That is a stone cold classic album cover and a stone cold classic album. Hopefully those are the last times I say the word stone cold classic. Here we go. Number 1, Highway to Hell is AC/DC's 5th United States release. It's the 6th release internationally. In the U.S., it was released on July 27th, 1979, and it is the last AC/DC album to feature singer Bon Scott, who died on February 19th, 1980. Some say of alcohol poisoning. Some say it might have been a result of a heroin overdose. You can make your own call on that. Do your own research. I'm not going to get involved. Number 2, the reason Highway to Hell is the 5th U.S. release for AC/DC and not the 6th, as it is internationally, is because Atlantic Records did not want to release Dirty Deeds, which was a studio album before this one, right before the live album If You Want Blood. They didn't want to release Dirty Deeds. They wanted a more radio-friendly sound. So they forced the band to hire Eddie Kramer, producer. And Eddie Kramer is a very good producer. He worked with Zeppelin. He worked with Kiss. And they've kind of forced Eddie Kramer on the band, forcing their older brother, George Young, more on him in a minute, forcing George Young and Harry Vanda out as producers. And the band did not get along with Kramer well at all. So what they did is they snuck into the studio on a day off, recorded 6 songs to tape, sent that tape over to producer Mutt Lange, and convinced him to work with them. If you are interested in buying a copy of Highway to Hell or any of the albums that we talk about on this channel, head on over to vynyly.com, vynyly.com. Take a look at what we have over there. And if you like, drop us a line. If you don't see what you're looking for, we will try to find it for you. Number 3, the title Highway to Hell is inspired by the rigors of being on tour, of AC/DC being on tour. According to Angus Young, who said, "What would you call an AC/DC tour?" Well, it was a highway to hell. It really was. When you're sleeping with the singer's socks 2 inches from your nose, that's pretty close to hell. Number 4, let's talk about the song Night Prowler. Closes out side 2 of Highway to Hell. Loose connection there with serial killer Richard Ramirez, who was nicknamed the Night Stalker. He was also a big fan of the band. Police claim he even left an AC/DC hat at the scene of one of his crimes. Now, at the end of Night Prowler, Bon Scott says the words Shazbot Nanu Nanu, which is a catchphrase from the TV series Mork and Mindy. The character Mork is played by Robin Williams in his first big break. So the final words on the final Bon Scott AC/DC album are really a quote from Robin Williams, Shazbot Nanu Nanu. Number 5, older brother George Young, older brother of Malcolm and Angus, was in a band called the Easy Beats, way back before AC/DC was even formed. And he co-wrote almost all of their songs, including some pretty big hits. Their song named Sorry, one called I'll Make You Happy, and another one you may have heard called Friday on My Mind. So here's a clip from the Easy Beats. It started out with singer Stevie Wright, and on the left side of the screen there you can see George Young. And in the back right of the screen, the other guitar player is George's producing partner Harry Vanda. Now it was George's experience with the Easy Beats that led him to advise his brothers in AC/DC to not follow trends and don't change their sound. Easy Beats had been disbanded by 1969, and part of that was trying to follow the trends, according to George. All right, and that is 5 on Friday. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, I'm wearing my Monkeys Zilch t-shirt while I'm talking about AC/DC, because that's just the kind of guy I am. Thanks again for watching. See you next time. Number 4, Night Prowler. The album... Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. The last words Bon Scott recorded. That's not true. Okay, that was great.